Hello to my Virgos. Virgos, happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of you all. This will definitely be about self-love. We're going to start out with finding an intention, setting an intention for you. We're going to get an angel number. I am generous and kind with everyone. That's right, I'm generous and kind with everyone. I love that. Talking to you, whoever Virgo is in your birth chart. Let's get an angel number for you. And let's get into your reading. Let's get right into your reading. Let's get into your reading. Let's get right into your reading. All right, Virgos. 255, new choices. So changes are indicators. Changes are coming in and will bring new decisions for you to make. So your angels encourage you to greet these changes as assurance that your intentions are coming to be. Reflect on a negative emotion or worry that you've been ruminating on lately. Take time to visualize it, withering it into the universe, and let it go. This blue right here connects us with your throat chakra. Kind of looks like turquoise a little bit. Kind of looks like turquoise a little bit, which is a very powerful stone. Yeah, looks like turquoise a little bit. Very powerful stone. Turquoise actually connects us with, you can, use turquoise for your throat chakra, right? Ear, nose, and throat. And so that's right. You're generous with everyone you meet. Generous and kind with everyone you meet, right? So let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Let's get some messages, some hidden messages from the other side first. What lies beneath? What's going on? Spirit, what information do you need to get from my Virgos before we get into your tarot reading? What information, Most High God, do we want to get for my Virgos? What messages? What lies beneath? What is going on? Right. What lies beneath this? I'm generous and kind with everyone. What happened? Ear, nose, and throat. Somebody heard something. Somebody said something. Somebody smelled something. Something smelled the opposite of generosity. Somebody smells stingy, and somebody smelled mean-spirited. Yep, somebody smelled envious. The smell of envy. What else? What else? What else? What else? Somebody smells envious, and it's made you blue. It's made you sad. Yeah. It made you fearful of speaking, may have teeth and gum issues. Somebody may have a problem with lying about things. Somebody could have feeling like they have lack of purpose, and they envy people who feel like they have purpose on planet Earth. And we're talking about ear, nose, and throat. We're talking about this color blue. It's two energies right there that you are at the number 5 at. So the second card in Major Arcana is High Priestess, right? So you're dealing with some energies who are self-delusion, right? And so the 5th card in tarot is the Hierophant card, right? So you could be dealing with 2 Taurus that are saying some things, and they may experience some kind of odor coming from their mouth. Some kind of odor could be coming from their mouth because of envy. It smells like envy. Ear, nose, and throat. Everything is energy, right? Everything has a smell to it. Death has smell. Money smells like something, right? You smell like money, right? You hear that term. Everything has a smell to it. So when they start talking, you may be feeling like, okay, did they brush their tongue? Whoever they are, right? And I'm not saying this to be funny to anybody. It's like it has an odor to it. Smells like envy. It does not smell like when you're sitting there, you're like, okay, you can't really concentrate because it smells like somebody is holding on to something they have not flushed out. They haven't flushed out. Like they're holding on to some lies. A bugaboo. Child. You feel like you may have told somebody you smell like you lying. Okay, a bugaboo. Tired of drama, child. Who? What? Yep, you tired of drama. Somebody just won't tell the truth to save their life. They're envious of somebody, but like I said, what's that song? Bugaboo is a song named Bugaboo. Yeah, they are. They just bugaboos. Whoever these energies are. The police are getting to the bottom of something. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Something they doing, going to some kind of a sex shop or something. So something is going to set the record straight. They're into, whoever these energies are, Virgos, something, they're going to get caught up in something because they're kind of falling apart and falling into pieces. Yeah, somebody is trying to set the record straight, but somebody is kind of sort of falling apart. It's like, you know, and possibly something else going on too, right? Something that's trying to feed those demons. Something is trying to feed demons of envy, right? Yeah, so be very careful, be very cautious. Let's get into your reading. Again, we're talking about self-love. Self-love. If you're talking about Valentine's Day, you should be cleared out karmic cycles. And that's why this focus in these readings are going to be about self-love, clearing out any karmic debt. You do not want to be attached to karmic relationships. So that, like I said, you can continue being generous and kind with everyone. But when you're around envious energies, who, like I said, you just tired of the drama, the police being pulled up, them going, running in and out of sex shops, you trying to set the record straight with yourself. You know, something is just this, you could be chained to some energies that are falling apart and using you to kind of sort of analyze how to keep it together. So it's just saying, you're making some new choices. Let's get into your reading. Let's get right into your reading, Virgos. Let's get into your reading to help you further detach from these energies. Break these karmic cycles. They got to go through a powerful transformation. We talk about the 8th house. It's that house of transformation, death, rebirth. They're going to have to. So in order for you to make a powerful transformation so that you can be around some people who have they've done the energy work. They've done the shadow work to get their root, sacral, solar plexus, heart chakra, throat chakra in alignment. And they smell like success, right? They're successful in what they do. So it's just saying to you, you got to get away from those energies. There's something about their smell. Here we have the 4 of Pentacles here. So I see you learning how to be a little bit more conservative with your time. Let's start out with a 6-card spread here. 6-card spread. Yeah, and you're learning how to get focused. You're not running away from anything, but somebody needs to get some fresh air, because that's how you feel like when you're around them. It's like, okay, I can't really focus on what they're saying. My eyeballs are burning. What in the world? I can't even concentrate. I feel like I want to run for the hills. So yeah, so Source is saying you're taking a leap of faith because you're putting your energy towards expansion, and their conversation is not on expansion. It's just too much envious conversation going on, and you're talking about self-love, vibrating high, trying to be conservative with your time, wanting to travel. You spend too much time around these energies, way too much time. And that's why Source is saying that you need to cut the time in half. They're not talking about anything. They're just talking about money. Here we have a World card. So yeah, you're closing out a cycle. Closing out a cycle and enforcing a boundary. That's Saturn. Yep, closing out a cycle and enforcing a, because you're dealing with 2 karmics here. One has succumbed to passive and powerless behavior. The other one is egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. And it's been hard for you to focus because the conversation for them is all about paper and coins, money, not the value of relationships, like not valuing relationships. And it's almost making you just want to just dart out the room. It just makes you want to just dart out the room. And so I do see you taking a leap of faith, but I don't see you talking about money anymore. You're not giving it any more conversation. Not at all. Because it seems like you start talking about that, that's all. They just can't talk about nothing else. They can't talk about hygiene. They can't talk about nothing except that. Just, here we have the pace. So for you, you're going to feel like you have a whole new lease on life, right? Yeah, so whole new lease on life. So that's what I'm saying for you so far. Source is just trying to tell you is that the energies are afraid to initiate change, right? They're afraid to take a leap of faith and do something about it. It's the people who are like, okay, they're going to go work for it. They're going to go work for, if they got to go get like, you know, the comedic show back in the day, if they have to go get 10 jobs, 8 jobs, whatever, they'll go work for the life that they want. And then some people just sit around and talk about it, envying other people, hating on other people. And so it's just like, it's just almost make you just want to just say, okay, you know what, conversation over. And it's just disappointing because they are attached to a karmic relationship themselves that they won't detach from. And so something is looping you into their karma. And so it's like, but that's going to end today. That is going to end today. You tossing that right into a burning bowl. You have found your star. Nobody had time for lazy people. Nobody had time for lazy people. Everybody else getting up and getting to work and doing stuff to make money and stuff like that. So yeah, somebody is just stubborn. Somebody is just stubborn and they're lazy. They don't want to go. They don't want to go work for it. They just want the money to come to them, like mama, dad. So Social said, nope. You may be disappointed, but guess what? You're gonna get over the disappointment and you're gonna move on. 7, 6. You learned your lesson to quietly move on, just like everybody else quietly move on. And because they're going to be shady with you as far as money is concerned. They're going to be shady with you just like they shady with everybody else. So say you're going to learn how to quietly get yourself in a boat, get your oars together, and start rowing away from lazy energies. They don't want to work. Right? So you're joining a new team. You're joining a new, that's how you're going to feel like you have a whole new lease on life. You're joining a new team, right? Yeah. The dark wolf has been uncovered. Some people love money, but they don't know how to, they're not even on a frequency to receive it, right? So everything they listen to is low vibrational. They're not on a frequency to be in receiving mode of it. So Source is saying to you, those are not the energies you want to be around. They don't want to do the shadow work, right? They are karmics. And you're getting as far away from them as fast as you possibly can. So that's what I see you doing. I see you detaching. Yeah, I see you detaching. I see you taking a flight somewhere. Something about your energy, you want to travel. And this, because we're in the ninth, this is the year 9. And 9 is about creativity. It's about travel. It connects us with just being, it connects the Sagittarius rules to the 9th house, but it's just about what's on the horizon for you. Like you're planning, you're aiming higher, you're getting something got you focused real fast. You're like, okay, I'm sitting around listening to these energies talking about money, but they're not willing to work for it. Something got you to a new level of emotional maturity, of not being manipulated by master manipulators. Yeah. Like I said, you got two energies. One has to come to passive and powerless behavior. The other one is egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. See, the thing about this right here, and they like to do stuff behind people's backs that people don't know about, and when people cut them off, still doing stuff behind people's backs, stealing in people's information, breaking into people's emails, just doing the most behind people's backs for money. You know, and so Source is trying to help you to understand it's a frequency that it's on, right? But it involves making sure all of these elements are, you're on the king and queen of your throne in all of the elements. This involves having healthy relationships with people. It involves, you know, aligning yourself with people who have, we're talking about light wolf energy, aligning yourself with people who keep you enlightened, people who are not gatekeeping information. Right? And so these energies, like I said, doing stuff behind people's backs because people did something behind their back. They don't want to deal with the shadow work. And so it's time, like I said, you freeing yourself. What I say before, run for the hills. You freeing yourself from the shade. Yeah, leave it behind. There's your psychic abilities, psychic gifts. Something just kept telling you, but you needed the physical evidence of something. Your psychic abilities are, like I said, light workers do not gatekeep. There's no gatekeep for what? I mean, look at all the stars in the sky. What do you got gatekeep for? No, there's no competition. There's no competition. You're you, they're them. All right, let's see what other let me see what other messages we have. Any other messages, Spirit, for my Virgos before we close this out? But yeah, you found your star. You found your star. You found your North Node. You found your star. Some energies will talk about it and some energies will be about it. No matter how much money they lose, they're going to get up and go work. They like, you know what? They're not even blaming the next person. They like, okay, if that's the frequency they're on, they already know how karma works. It's going to come back around and bite them. They just get up and just go and just you know what? Prayer warrior mode and just, you know, move on. Move on quietly. Like, okay, that's the energy they into. Yeah. So you're learning how to pour into yourselves. You're learning how to pour into yourself. Pour into your gifts. Somebody's going to be going into hermit mode and really pouring into their psychic gifts, right? Instead of spending a whole lot of time around karmics, you can be spending a whole lot of time sharpening your gifts. Shining a light on your gifts. Becoming stronger in your gifts. That's right. So, yeah. So, two energies you're going to be getting away as far away. There's these two shady energies. You're getting as far away from them as possible because two types of shady energies. You're getting as far away from them as possible. And things are, you know, like I said, because they're karmics. They have you caught up in their karmic cycle. They have you caught up in their karmic cycle of lies. Because they don't want to do the shadow work. They don't want to do the shadow work, right? So you'll know who's done the shadow work. These energies are just keeping you distracted, like they keep other people distracted, hopefully hoping that you won't figure out, okay, they don't, that's their form of payment, is to keep people distracted so they don't have to actually do the work. So they keep a competition between you and other people who are financially independent while they're stealing your time. So you trying to do some work and they sitting there gossiping about what? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They need to get to work. So, yeah. You're learning how to move on, just like other people learn how to move on. You and somebody have learned how to move on from these energies who are just shady. They're just shady. So you're just quietly learning how to move on. You have the whole world in front of you. Whole world in front of you. Whole lot more things to do. You don't have time for all of that. So these energies, you're not, like I said, the dark high priestess energy. These two energies are dark high priest or high priestess energy. They just create a bunch of confusion. See this infinity symbol here, this infinity symbol here? They're dark energies, right? So Source is just trying to tell you, these are major secrets, right? This major arcana, they're major secrets, right? They keep people in survival mode, whether because they copy people's bank records and stealing from net, doing this, all kinds of stuff, causing people to lose money. Source is saying to you, they'll do everything except what other people are doing. Because misery loves company. Some of these energies are behind people getting fired from their jobs. They're getting all kinds of just craziness going on. Just, ugh. Anyway, let me see if there's any other last messages that Source wants you to know. So stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. But you're learning. You're starting to see the energies. They just, like I said, it's just lazy. It's just no other word. I guess just lazy. Even people who work for themselves have a schedule. They're working, getting stuff done. You know, not sitting there because that stuff, this energy is going to take care of itself. You're learning how to be more conservative with your time, right? So participate. Do not confuse intention with entitlement, and that's exactly what you're dealing with. Energies that don't get up and set an intention for their day, they feel entitled. So the entitlement to demand from the world leaves you with nothing. The world is rich and so are you. Participate in setting an intention that I am kind and generous with everyone. Or generous and kind with everyone. No pressure. When you want more, don't push yourself or others to get more. Give more of your pure, genuine self, and life will immediately and effortlessly match it. What else? What other messages, Source? You want me to tell my Virgos? Yeah. These energies are looking for a quick buck. They're looking for a quick dollar, whatever currency is in your country, and will do anything to get it. So behold beauty. So when you insist that the world is hostile and others are your enemies, don't be surprised that it is. So self-fulfilling prophecies fortunately work both ways. That's why we started out here. I am generous and kind with everyone. You'll see a quick change in these energies' behavior, how quick they will flip when they're not getting paid for something. If they're not benefiting, I'm talking about paper and coins financially. The whole idea of just doing something out of the kindness of their heart is just like, okay, they just, because like I said, it's like entitled. Entitled. Remember who you are. You carry stardust in your bones and your ancestors' wisdom in your blood, and the whole universe is in your soul. Know yourself and nothing will bring you down. Know yourself and nothing will bring you down. Yeah. That's what somebody is dealing with. And so you got to be real careful with these energies because they really are ruthless. They really are ruthless. They start out with the shade. That's why people have learned in their gifts, their psychic gifts, to just quietly move on from these energies because these types of energies, they ruthless. To some degree, they feel like some energies did something to them behind their back. They're entitled to something and they don't want to work for it. They like, okay, they just sitting there, just, you know, and so spirit work. You are a light worker. That's what I have for you. Like I said, happy Valentine's Day. Whatever it is that you want to attract. If you want to attract new love in your life, make sure you are detached from these karmics first. And the first karmic cycle within yourself is not just sitting there in a bunch of state of confusion, being looped into other karmic cycles. This right here, karma. This, like, you're talking to energies that's creating a bunch of confusion around you. And like I said before, Source is trying to teach you how to be more conservative with your time, to make some new choices. It's two energies right there that you're kind of sort of at a midpoint. That's physically, they are physically in your presence, right? That's why you see this pentacles here, because they are physically in your face, lying to you. And every time you sit there talking to them, you almost feel like, okay, I don't know if I need to go get a fire extinguisher because I need to put out that scent, because it smells like envy. It smells like laziness. It smells like a lie. Something smells like a lie. So that is what I have for you. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.